There are two types of people in this world, those who let the morning master them, and those who use the morning to master everything. Most people wake up and immediately surrender. They open their eyes, and chaos begins. They scroll, they stress, they react, and by the time they realize it, the day already owns them. But not you, not anymore. Because if you're watching this, you're not here to be entertained. You're here to transform. You're here because you've felt the pull. The desire to stop living at 40%, to stop reacting and start commanding. And I'm going to show you how to turn your mornings into the most dangerous weapon in your life arsenal, using the wisdom of ancient Stoicism and the precision of modern psychology. Welcome to Stoic Mastery, where we don't chase motivation. We build mental warfare. We build philosophical firepower. We build you. If you're ready to dominate every day with lethal clarity, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who's ready to wake up like a warrior. Now let's begin. Section 1, Wake with Intention, Kill the Snooze, Command the First Breath. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I am rising to do the work of a human being. Marcus Aurelius. Let's get one thing brutally clear. The way you wake up is the way you live. And most people wake up like victims, like prey, like they've already lost the fight before it even began. They smash the snooze button, they roll over, they scroll through other people's lives, and without even realizing it, they've handed over their morning and their mind to the machine. But you, if you're watching this, you're done with that life. You're ready to turn your first breath into your first battle cry, because the very first decision you make in the morning, whether you rise with intention or drift back into comfort, is your first vote for the kind of person you are becoming. The Stoic morning begins with war. Marcus Aurelius knew the war didn't begin on the battlefield. It began in bed. Every single morning, you are given a choice: rise or rot, act or delay, own the day or be owned by it. The Stoic doesn't ask how they feel when they wake up. The Stoic moves anyway. The Stoic doesn't negotiate with the body, they command it. That's the difference between average and unstoppable. Average waits to feel ready. Unstoppable gets up while it's still dark and moves into the day like a storm. And let me give you a taste of dark psychology. Every time you snooze, you're conditioning your brain to equate rest with escape. You're programming your neural patterns to believe that discomfort equals danger. You're training your own mind to run from the very thing that builds you. So instead, we do this. We kill the snooze. We rise on the first alarm. Not because it's easy, but because it's a ritual of war. The wake-up ritual. Begin like a weapon. Here's how you master your first 5 minutes. Breathe deep. Own the first breath before you reach for anything. Pause. Inhale through the nose. Exhale slow. Tell yourself, I am here to lead today, not chase it. Sit up. Break the spell. Getting vertical is everything. It signals to your brain, the dream is over. Now it's time to execute. Stand with purpose. Plant your feet. Shake off the sleep. Feel the ground. This is your anchor. This is you choosing power. Repeat the morning mantra. I rise, I rule, I repeat. Say it. Out loud. Command your mind. Create the identity. Drop this in the comments if you're ready to rise like a warrior. I rise, I rule, I repeat. This is your new standard. No more weak starts, no more passive mornings. You don't rise because it's easy. You rise because you're becoming dangerous. Like this video right now if you're done hitting snooze and ready to start hitting your potential. And get ready, because in Section 2, we go deep into morning mind programming, where you rewire your thoughts before the world even touches you. Let me know when you're ready to continue. Section 2. Rewire the mind. Morning mental programming. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. The The morning isn't just about getting out of bed. It's about setting the foundation for how your mind will operate for the rest of the day. What you tell yourself in those first moments dictates the trajectory of everything that follows. Imagine this. You wake up to face a world full of distractions, challenges, and chaos. But instead of reacting to it, you program your mind to rise above it. You set the tone. You control your internal environment. This is the mental warfare every Stoic understands. And it starts right here, in the quiet moments before the world begins its attack on you. The power of mental conditioning. Here's the cold, hard truth. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. And when you wake up, your brain is primed to do whatever you tell it to, for good or for bad. The problem? Most people wake up and immediately start feeding their minds garbage. They scroll through social media, let news headlines manipulate their emotions, and drown in the noise of the world before they've even had a chance to think for themselves. But the Stoic, the warrior, the person who commands their life, they don't let the world in so easily. They take control. The first 10-15 minutes of your day are sacred, and how you spend them determines whether your mind is unleashed or enslaved. So, what does it take to rewire your mind before it gets hijacked? Step 1. Control your first thought. Your first thought in the morning is critical. It's the opening move of your entire day. You need to make it intentional, not reactive, not random, intentional. Instead of letting your mind drift into worries or random distractions, you decide what you think. Here's a simple practice. When your eyes first open, say these words, aloud or silently. Today, I control my reactions. Today, I create the life I want. Repeat that for 3 to 5 seconds. You are commanding your mind to start focused, sharp, and in control. This is your first victory of the day, and victories build momentum. Step 2. Stoic mantras for mental strength. In the next few minutes, you need to flood your mind with Stoic principles. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. Their wisdom is not just for thinking, it's for acting. You repeat these words, and as you do, you integrate them into your identity. Say these phrases to yourself. I am not disturbed by external events, only my reactions. Today, I will focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. I am prepared for obstacles. I am prepared to grow. You're not just repeating words. You're rewiring your subconscious mind to expect challenges and to rise to them with strength. Step 3. Visualization of the day ahead. After setting your mental tone with Stoic mantras, visualize your day, but not as a passive observer. Visualize yourself in control. Close your eyes for 30 seconds and mentally walk through your day. See yourself conquering tasks, remaining calm under pressure, and responding with grace to any challenges that arise. This doesn't just prepare you. It programs your mind to execute those actions with efficiency, focus, and calmness. Comment below if you're taking full control of your mind today. I program my mind to master the day. If you've taken back control in the first 10 minutes of your morning, your mind is now ready for battle. And as you progress through your day, you'll notice how much more mentally unstoppable you become. But we're not done yet. In section 3, we take control of your body's chemistry, the fuel that will keep your mind sharp, focused, and relentless. Stay tuned. This journey has only just begun. Section 3, dopamine discipline. Own your chemical engine. You should be stricter with yourself than with others. Epictetus. Dopamine is more than just a chemical. It's your motivator, the fuel that drives your actions. But in today's world, dopamine is abused. Social media, quick rewards, and instant gratification bombard us. People wake up, scroll through their phones, and get hit with dopamine spikes. But here's the kicker. This constant search for dopamine trains your brain to avoid effort and embrace comfort. It builds a life of mediocrity. You want to break free from that cycle, don't you? You want to master your mind and your life. The Stoics understood this. Mastery begins with self-control. They didn't reject pleasure, but instead they focused on delayed gratification and discipline. They knew that true rewards came from work, not mindless distractions. Master your dopamine, master your mind. When you wake up, you have an opportunity to reset your brain. Most people let dopamine take control by checking their phones, browsing social media, or diving into distractions. But the key to mastering your mind is deliberate control of your dopamine. Step 1. Deliberate deprivation. Reset your dopamine system. To break free from dopamine addiction, start by deliberately depriving yourself of quick rewards in the morning. Here's how. Don't check your phone immediately. That first hit of dopamine from notifications sets a reactive tone for the day. Limit social media exposure, especially in the morning. Social media is designed to trigger dopamine spikes, but this isn't useful for your productivity or focus. Fast from pleasure. Skip sugary foods, caffeine, or instant gratification rituals early on. The first 30 minutes of your day should be about discipline, not indulgence. Why do this? By delaying immediate rewards, you teach your brain that pleasure is earned, and that true satisfaction comes from effort, not ease. Step 2. Activate productive dopamine. Once you've reset your dopamine system, you need to trigger dopamine with meaningful work. Here's how. Set a goal early in the day. Choose one task that requires focus. It could be writing, exercising, or learning something new. Break tasks into smaller parts. Completing small steps will trigger dopamine in a productive way, creating momentum and reinforcing your discipline. By setting meaningful goals and accomplishing them, you shift your dopamine response from seeking mindless distractions to fueling productive actions. Step 3. Stoic detachment from instant gratification. Epictetus taught us that true freedom comes from detaching ourselves from external rewards. Modern life is filled with distractions designed to get us addicted to dopamine hits. But when you detach from the need for instant gratification, you can focus on what truly matters. Mastering dopamine is a daily practice. It's about making deliberate choices to use your brain's reward system in ways that serve you, not enslave you. Comment below if you're ready to control your chemical engine. I control dopamine. It does not control me. By mastering your dopamine system, you've already taken a significant step toward controlling your mornings and your life. But this journey isn't over. In Section 4, we'll explore how stillness and inner peace can give you the mental clarity to conquer any challenge. Section 4. The power of stillness. Control the mind. Command your peace. Still your breath, still your mind, still your heart, and still the world around you. Marcus Aurelius. In the chaos of the modern world, the ability to find stillness is a superpower. The noise is relentless. Social media notifications, news cycles, constant distractions pulling you in different directions. But the Stoics understood that true power lies not in reacting to the world around you, but in cultivating a sense of inner peace and control. Stillness is not just about sitting in silence. It's about mastering your ability to remain calm, clear, and undisturbed, no matter the storm. It's about finding a space inside yourself where external chaos cannot touch your mind, your emotions, or your sense of purpose. Step 1. The practice of Stoic meditation. Every day, the Stoics practiced meditation, not to escape from the world, but to prepare themselves for it. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind. It's about creating space in your mind to focus on what truly matters. Here's how to start. Sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes each morning. Focus on your breath. Feel the air enter and exit your body. Don't force thoughts to disappear, but simply observe them as they come and go. Reflect on your day ahead. Think about the challenges you might face. Visualize yourself staying calm, making clear decisions, and responding to obstacles with wisdom. The more you practice this visualization, the easier it becomes to remain steady when real challenges arise. This practice isn't just about relaxation. It's about training your mind to be in control, no matter what life throws at you. Step 2. The power of negative visualization. One powerful Stoic tool for creating stillness is negative visualization. It's a practice where you imagine the worst-case scenario, not to dwell on fear or anxiety, but to prepare yourself mentally for challenges. For example, think about a difficult situation that could arise during your day. Instead of letting that thought consume you with stress, visualize yourself handling it with calmness and clarity. You prepare your mind to respond with wisdom, no matter what happens. This practice builds resilience. It allows you to face adversity without panic because you've already rehearsed how to respond calmly and strategically. Step 3. Mindful detachment. Separate yourself from the noise. Another aspect of stillness is detachment. In the modern world, we are often pulled into the drama and distractions of others. We react to what people say, what happens on social media, or what's happening in the news. But the Stoics knew that true peace comes from detaching from external events. This doesn't mean ignoring the world, but instead choosing not to be controlled by it. You separate yourself from the noise, the opinions, and the drama. You create a boundary between your mind and the external chaos. When you detach, you give yourself the space to respond with logic and purpose, rather than being swept away by emotional impulses. Step 4. Use stillness to fuel action. Stillness isn't about inaction, it's about acting with clarity. The more you cultivate inner peace, the sharper and more focused your actions become. By being still, you're able to access a deeper level of mental clarity, which allows you to make decisions with precision and take purposeful action. The paradox of stillness is this: it fuels your growth. In a world of distractions, mastering inner peace gives you the power to move faster, more effectively, and with purpose. Comment below if you're embracing inner peace and stillness today. I find peace within, and that is where my power lies. By taking the time to master the practice of stillness, you've taken another step toward mental mastery. But we're just scratching the surface. In Section 5, we'll dive deep into how you can use your emotions as allies, not enemies, and make them work for you. Section 5. Harness your emotions, transform them into strength. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Epictetus emotions. They can feel like uncontrollable forces, waves that rise, crash, and pull you under. The modern world tells us to follow our feelings, to let them guide us. But the Stoics had a very different approach. They didn't reject emotions, but instead they understood and mastered them. In fact, Stoic philosophy teaches that emotions are not inherently bad. They are simply signals from within. Your task is not to suppress them, but to recognize them and then choose how to respond. Step 1. Understanding emotions, your inner compass. Most people see emotions as something to be feared or avoided, but emotions are a natural part of being human. They are not enemies, they are feedback mechanisms. For example, when you feel anger, frustration, or fear, instead of reacting impulsively, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What triggered this response? How can I use this feeling to improve my response to the situation? The Stoics believed that emotions arise from our beliefs and perceptions. If we believe that something is unjust, we feel anger. If we believe we are losing control, we feel fear. These emotions point to areas in your life where your perceptions need to be examined and perhaps changed. Step 2. Emotional awareness, naming your emotions. The first step in harnessing your emotions is to become aware of them. It's not enough to simply feel the emotion and move on. You need to identify it. By naming your emotions, you gain control over them. You take the power away from the emotion and reclaim it for yourself. For instance, if you feel anxiety, name it. Say to yourself, "I'm feeling anxious right now." Then, observe it. Is the anxiety stemming from a lack of control? From fear of failure? Understanding the root of your emotions gives you the clarity to act, not react. Step 3. Transforming negative emotions into action. Stoics don't suppress their emotions. They transform them into strength. Here's how you do it. Channel anger into focus. Instead of allowing anger to fuel rash decisions or outbursts, use it as a fire to propel you forward. When you feel anger, take a deep breath and redirect that energy into productive action. Channel fear into preparation. Fear often comes from the unknown. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, use it to prepare. Fear can be an indication that something important is at stake. Use that energy to refine your strategy and improve your plan. Channel sadness into wisdom. Sadness can point to something lost or unfulfilled. Use it to reflect on what truly matters. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? Instead of letting emotions control you, you can control your emotions and turn them into fuel for growth. Step 4. The Stoic response. Choose your reactions. The key to emotional mastery is choice. You always have the power to choose how to respond to any emotion. If anger rises, you can choose to act out, or you can choose to reflect calmly. If fear arises, you can choose to face it or let it overwhelm you. The Stoics taught that our reactions define us, not the emotions themselves. The more you practice this, the more automatic it becomes to choose rationality over emotion. This allows you to act with clear purpose instead of being swayed by external events or internal impulses. Comment below if you're ready to harness your emotions and turn them into power. I transform my emotions into strength. By learning to understand and use your emotions effectively, you've unlocked a powerful tool for mental mastery. But the journey doesn't stop here. In Section 6, we'll dive into how you can develop unshakable resilience, the ability to stay calm and focused no matter what life throws at you. Section 6. Unshakable resilience. Build a mind that never breaks. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Seneca resilience is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It's not about avoiding adversity, but embracing it and using it to become stronger. The Stoics believed that hardship wasn't something to be feared. It was an opportunity for growth and mental toughness. In today's world, setbacks, challenges, and failures are inevitable. But what sets the Stoic apart is not the absence of adversity, but the ability to endure it with grace. True resilience is about having a mind that doesn't break, no matter what life throws at you. Step 1. Reframe adversity. See it as an opportunity. The first step to building resilience is reframing adversity. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, the Stoics saw them as opportunities for growth. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I become stronger from this experience? By reframing the situation, you shift your mindset from being a victim of circumstances to becoming empowered. Adversity becomes your ally, a tool for building resilience. Step 2. Practice emotional endurance. Strengthen your mind. Resilience is about mental toughness. The Stoics practiced techniques like negative visualization, where they imagined worst-case scenarios to mentally prepare for them. This made it easier to remain calm when adversity struck. Additionally, practicing voluntary discomfort, like cold showers or fasting, strengthens mental endurance. It teaches you to endure discomfort and emerge stronger, preparing you to handle real-world challenges without being overwhelmed. Step 3. The power of persistence. Never give up. True resilience is about persistence, not perfection. The Stoics taught that failure wasn't something to be feared, but something to learn from. When you face failure, you have two choices: quit or persist. Remember, I can't control what happens to me, but I can control how I respond. Resilience comes from the ability to keep moving forward, even when things go wrong. Every failure is a lesson, and every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger. Step 4. Cultivate inner peace. Stay calm in chaos. A resilient person remains calm in chaos. In difficult situations, the Stoics practiced mindfulness and stillness to preserve their inner peace. When life becomes turbulent, take a moment to breathe, center yourself, and remember that your peace is within your control. The world can be chaotic, but by remaining steady, you maintain control over your response, no matter the external circumstances. Comment below if you're ready to build unshakable resilience. I am strong, unbreakable, and ready to rise. Building resilience is not a one-time effort. It's a continuous practice of facing challenges with strength and clarity. In Section 7, we'll explore how to embrace your purpose and align your life with your deepest values.